Interestingly, there were some really strong categories in January and some poor ones. And then in February, some of the strong categories that like radio was strong in January, and we thought that radio was poor in February, and vice versa on print. January's print was fairly poor, and February's print was a lot better. So it was a mixed bag, and it's interesting because it's before can time, and we're wondering when a lot of the can work will be coming through. We also noted that there was some really strong television work, and overall an overwhelming feeling that that there's a lot of care taken into some of the categories and some of the work, like some really strong television work, which and the scores reflected it. There was a lot of debate on which piece should be first and whether we should swap them around. And in the end, I hope we did a good job. The whole of January, we felt that the print category was fairly poor, and there weren't even enough entries in outdoor for us to judge it. So the outdoor for January was shifted to February, and we judged that as a group. And in January, there weren't any awards won. Although we didn't award anything in January, we awarded a first, second and third place in February. The first one goes to Joe Public for Clover, a really smart press ad. We felt that the team should maybe have a look at the craft and some of the art direction again, because it felt like there were some things that should be fixed, but it was a clear winner. In second place was BMW MP3 Bluetooth, a campaign of 3 executions, which the panel felt was a worthy second place. There was a third place also to MNC Saatchi for words that some children shouldn't know, and the words are dialysis and tumor, which we discussed and eventually believed that it was worthy of a third place. For February, we had put the outdoor for January and February together, and even though they were put together, we still felt there was only really one worthy winner, and that's congratulations to Island Devonport for DSTV Deadliest Shark Attacks, which is actually quite a delightful poster and well deserved. In radio, the first place was for Joe Public, Mercedes-Benz trucks. 3 commercials that spoke about the cost of having your truck break down, and they were very beautifully written and produced, and well done to the guys at Joe Public. In second place for radio was King James with SABC Friday Night Comedy Club, or Comedy Night, which was a fun campaign. And in third place was FCB Cape Town with a Savannah spot, which speaks about real apples and what life's about when you have real apples. In other words, when you have the balls to say something. So all in all, we felt that the radio category was fun to listen to. Actually, it was more than just sort of like a labor. It was actually, we enjoyed it, and the radio was good. Well done to the guys that won. In January, we felt that the radio category was very strong. In February, we didn't feel it as strong. There was a first place, and that went to The Odd Number for BBC Entertainment for a spot called Fanatics. They got a lot of laughs. And in second place for the King James Group, there was a campaign that we felt was conceptually very strong. However, there were times where we wondered if the content was as engaging as what the idea was, but the idea was very strong. The idea is that to save energy, the spots were recorded on solar power. In television, we only awarded a first and second place, and both of them are for Ogilvy Mather Cape Town, and slightly different spots. The first one is the one that came first is Careers 24, which is two fun spots about having a career that's too embarrassing to even talk about. and congratulations to Ogilvy. And second was a bigger TV spot, which was for Virgin Active, which get your ass off the couch, which was also fun. But the clear winner was actually Careers 24. The most debated category out of all of them in January and February was February's television, where there was a hot debate between PSG from Publicis Machine and TBWA's Distel Nederburg spot. And we felt that the Nederburg spot was a fresher commercial for a category that's not exactly easy to write for, but we absolutely have to acknowledge the PSG spot, and for the craft and the storytelling, which came in second. So congratulations to TBWA for Distel. And the third spot is a spot from Mullen-Lowe, and that is for GWK, and that is for This Man is Building a Rocket, an animated piece.